Oh, good lord. Alright, what's up, everybody? You don't even want to know what I've had to go through tonight trying to make this video. This is dedication, and my apologies ahead of time. I've got some wine. I've had a rough couple weeks. I'll explain about this at the end, because I didn't go into depth about that on my other video. But tried to record this tonight. The video messed up. I was over at Casey's house trying to get this recorded. Video froze. Had to call the Flip Video people. Luckily, there's enough on here where I can record some video. But they're going to call me back Tuesday or Wednesday. Hold on one second. Some good stuff. Alright, anyways. They're going to call me back Tuesday or Wednesday to get this thing fixed. So, my apologies ahead of time if I don't get these other segments up right away. It's because I may be in the middle of getting this crap fixed. But anyways, the purpose of me being here tonight is to talk about the thing that I've gotten the most messages about. Everyone wants to know what my opinion is on it. And guess what? I'm going to give it to you. Unbiasedly and biasedly. I'm going to cover both spectrums. I'm going to cover it all. Literally. Number one. Unbiasedly, I picked Lyoto Machida to win this fight. I thought that he would pull out a decision, retain his light heavyweight championship. He did. However, he didn't. You know what I mean. And that's where I come into this from the other perspective. I think that Shogun won this fight 4 rounds to 1. The only round that I think was in question was round 3. You go look at CompuStrike. I did to make sure that I wasn't nuts. He clearly outstruck Machida in this fight in rounds 1, 2, 4, and 5. What really struck me was the fact that Nelson Hamilton and Adelaide Byrd judged the Forrest Griffin and Rampage Jackson fight, another fight where I picked Rampage Jackson to win and Forrest Griffin won, and I thought that Forrest won. And Cecil Peoples in that fight, even though he didn't judge that fight, came out and defended them and said that they scored the fight based upon the fact that Forrest Griffin landed more combinations with his leg kicks and his hands. And Rampage's devastating hands, while they were devastating and they had power, were not as efficient as Forrest Griffin's leg kicks and his hands. Then we roll forward to present day. And we have Cecil Peoples come out and make, and this is where I'm going to be biased, make an ignorant statement about how fans that are educated. Now, let me pause this for just a second. Fans that are educated would understand where we're coming from and the intricacies of the sport. That is the most ignorant and blatant, retarded statement I've ever heard in my life from anyone that is associated in mixed martial arts, with the exceptions of Dana White and, let me think here, Jerry Millen. Those are the only two individuals other than that I can think of off the top of my head that are associated in mixed martial arts that have made blatant, retarded statements. This is right there with them. So, Cecil, how is it, and this is my question, if you're watching this video, how is it that in the Forrest Griffin fight, Forrest Griffin was more efficient with his leg kicks and his hands and landed more in that fight, but in this fight where Shogun lands more leg kicks and combinations with his hands and is more efficient, he doesn't get the decision? Your statement was that Machida had more devastating shots with his hands. You have got to be kidding me. Seriously, you've got to be kidding me. This is the problem that I've had with judging and reffing up to this point. And I'm not going to get into a rant about it. You've already heard me talk about the issues with it. Why? This is what happens, folks, right here. When you do not have a consistent body across the whole United States, this is what happens. Perfect example right here. Now, let me get off the soapbox of the biased viewpoint and get back to the unbiased viewpoint here. Unfortunately, and we see this happen in MMA, when you do not finish fights, this kind of stuff happens where it gets left in the judges' hands. Sometimes you don't deal with judges that fully understand the sport. I want to say that I believe that Cecil Peoples, Adelaide Byrd, and Nelson Hamilton understand the sport, but there's some situations where I feel that they don't, and this is one of them. Unfortunately, Shogun got the short end of the stick in this fight. They are going to be having a rematch. you know, it sucks because of the fact that this was one of the opportunities where we got to see someone exploit the holes in Machida's game, which some of these things I've talked about in the past. I know several other guys here in the MMA YouTube community have talked about this, about moving forward with aggression, but being consistent and being calculated, which Shogun did. He moved forward, he threw shots, he threw leg kicks, he threw body kicks. He consistently moved forward and continually attacked Machida, which is what you have to do. If you do not do that, you allow him to have time to reset, he will pick you apart. Everything about Machida is timing. When he's in the clinch, when he's in his karate stance, everything is timing. When you disrupt that in the pocket and you do not allow him to have enough time to set and be able to counter what you're doing and to key off of what you're doing, then that's when you capitalize. That's when you're able to get him. If you don't do that, then he's going to get you. That's the way that it works with him. So, unfortunately, like I said, Shogun got the short end of the stick here, I think. Unbiasedly, I picked Machida to win. I thought that he would win a decision based upon what he, brings to the table and what I didn't think Shogun would be able to do, but he did it, and he won this fight, I think, in my opinion, biasedly and unbiasedly, and I think in most people's opinions. And I went back and watched this fight several times. I separated myself from it, saying, listen, just like I did a, that Rampage in Forest video where I watched the fight like 7 times. I watched this fight like 10 times, I'm not going to lie. Going back and watching it, saying, okay, was there something here that I didn't see? And I watched it literally over and over and over, and the only round that I had in question was round 3. Otherwise, rounds 1, 2, 4, and 5, I gave to Shogun, and unfortunately, it is what it is. I'll be back later this week to do my Lesnar, should there be an interim title, video, as well as my BJ Penn, is he unbeatable at 155, as well as a look into the New Year's Eve card. I'm going to give my predictions for the New Year's Eve card. And then I'm also going to have my 108 predictions up sometime this weekend, regardless of whether this camera's fixed or not fixed. I will get that up no matter what. So, on that note, hope you guys are having a happy holidays. I've been through all kinds of hell the last couple weeks. I was in a car accident. My car almost got totaled. Luckily, I'm okay. Grandma was ended up in the hospital. All kinds of stuff going on with my family. A friend of the family died. This crap with my camera. Stuff that happened with my girlfriend's family. I mean, it's just been a hell of the past 2 weeks. You don't even want to know. So, I hope that you guys are having a much better time than I am, and that you're having a happy holidays. I'll try to get these videos out here in the next couple days, depending on when they contact me about fixing this camera. And on that note, you guys, have a great day.